There we are.
Hello, this is George.
And Bonnie. Mwah. And it's Tuesday.
And the thing isn't working right.
Yep, fine. Fine.
Okay.
It's Tuesday.
Remember, see, it's way behind. Remember, if it goes offline, come back in a few minutes. My honey will try to get it back so it's, what's this? So it's coming back online. Because last time it went off when we were at Tom's and it just was off a minute or so. See, it froze up again.
Okay, dear, let's try.
Well, we're home. We're in Florida. And we, well, we're not bugging a friend anymore, and we're not harassing our relatives.
Hey, Sandy.
We're home. And hopefully this thing works out all right. It's pausing, and it isn't making me happy. Because when it does that, something's gone wrong.
Okay, dear. Let's go. Let's try.
Okay.
This is an important one tonight.
We're going to do something tonight that we haven't ever done. And it's kind of odd because of what happened and what we've been through in the last few weeks. We're going to go over, the topic tonight is going to be truthful. But what I'm going to talk about first is a dream. This is the part we've never done anything like this before.
Yep. Go ahead, dear.
And it kind of flows right into the topic, but I told her about it, my sweetie, and she said that I should read it first. So I wrote this the day after, well, right before we got home. I woke up in the morning after having a dream. I dreamt that a huge book was handed me. A person wanted it delivered to us. We didn't know who the person who actually delivered it, but it was thick and huge. This person heard that we wrote a book and it was truth, so this huge book was supposed to be delivered. Next part of my dream, we were in a good-sized room with individuals who showed no interest in what the preacher was stating. Then the crowd changed. A whole new bunch of people. Only this time it was silent until two children started to get the young ones involved. Then an older Spanish couple came forward to listen to the children. Then an Oriental couple moved forward to listen. A white couple took the hands of a black couple and came forward to hear better. The preacher stayed in the corner where he was sitting, almost like they put him in that corner, smiling at the interest of those two children and what they were generating. Then someone stated, "These are children. Pastor, you need to lead the group." As he stood up, individuals started to move back to where they were, out of the group. The preacher looked confused, so he gestured to us to come forward. We stood up and stated, "It's their place." And the two children stirred the interest in truth again. Now it's your place to live or die there. That's what we told the pastor. And we left. We came to an old rock-built store. There were 5 people from the first group sitting in front of that store. On the ledge of where the window would have been, there was a woman. and around her was her family. The lady stated she couldn't respond to the preacher. As tears rolled down her face, I gave her a hug and kissed her forehead and asked, "What can we do?" Husband said, "Tell the truth." She interrupted him and said, "Keep telling the truth. Never stop." Then gave me a hug and said, "Go do your job."
Then you woke up.
Pardon?
Then you woke up.
Then I woke up. Then I went in the other room and I started reading this topic that I wrote a day or so before. The topic was called Truthful. Ready?
Yep. Hey, Tina.
Who says we need to be truthful?
Oh.
Read Yohanan or John 14:6, will you, honey?
Yeshua said, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
Now Yeshua says, I am the way. Have you ever thought about that? This man, born of Miriam or Mary, just stated he was the way. Not only did this human say he was the way, he also said that he was the truth. There we go with that truth stuff again. The truth of what? The truth is, again, he was born to this Hebrew wife of Joseph. And her name was Miriam. Now this human is stating some strange stuff to his Taliban, his disciples. So strange and powerful that his statement causes confusion among them, the disciples. Those were confusing enough. Then this Yeshua guy adds, he is the life. These friends of his Talmudim, his disciples, were listening without really understanding. Now, why would we, two very ordinary people, make that statement? Think about it. Yeshua, their boss, you might say, tells them that he is the way and the truth and the life. Then this person adds, no one comes to the Father except through me. Were his Talmud thinking, his disciples thinking at that time, no. We're Hebrews. We have Moshe or Moses and Abraham, our father. Now this person, our friend, the one we've been with, is saying we must believe them, Moshe and Abraham, but we must follow you. His own friends, not wanting any false statements, it seemed like Peter wanted to talk up. Peter is biting at the bits.
Philip. Sorry. Philip, not Peter.
Oh, I'm sorry, Philip. I'm glad she tapped me. Philip is biting at the bits with the leading, and you might even call it the brainwashing of the rabbis of his day. Philip listened to Yeshua say, he alone is the way, the truth, and the life. And you, not one Talmud, one of his disciples, or anyone comes to the Father except through him. Then Philip hears this Yeshua guy say, verse 7.
Because you have known me, you will also know my Father. From now on, you do know him. In fact, you have seen him.
Now, Philip's mind is going, because we know you, we will also know the Father. Philip hears Yeshua say, from now on you do know him. Then this guy adds, in fact, you have seen him. Philip can't contain his excitement any longer. He, Philip, says to Yeshua, Lord, show us the Father, and it will be enough for us. Now, the next writing, you might even say, it showed Yeshua's disappointment with Philip and most likely the rest of the group, his Taliban, his disciples, his friends. Verse 9.
Yeshua replied to him, Have I been with you so long without your knowing me, Philip? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. So how can you say, Show us the Father?
See, it seems Yeshua was confronting their confusion. Have you ever sat in a classroom and didn't really get what the teacher was instructing you about? But you, for some reason, you thought that maybe everybody else understood the topic. Yet you were totally in the dark. Now I'm going to the first person because I did this a lot in high school. So I didn't ask that stupid question. Maybe the other students wouldn't realize how dumb I really was or felt. So I kept quiet. Verse 8.
Philip said to him, Lord, show us the Father, and it will be enough for us.
Philip didn't show that type of stupidity like I did. No, he was the only one who asked Yeshua to show us. He said, show us the Father.
Hey, Anna.
Yeshua then starts to explain his stance and unity with Adonai God and him. Verse 10.
Don't you believe that I am united with the Father, and the Father united with me? What I am telling you, I am not saying on my own initiative. The Father living in me is doing his own works.
What an eye-opening for his Taliban, his disciples, his friends. The Father living in me is doing his own works. Is that what it said?
That's what it says.
In other words, he isn't doing things on his own. No, Adonai, like we stated last week, is the one who is in control. Why? Because they are one. Then Yeshua gives his Taliban two more truths to think about. It seems like he sees his friends' problems. Are they letting their religion, their past brainwashing, get in their way? Verse 11.
Trust me that I am united with the Father, and the Father united with me. But if you can't, then trust me because of the works themselves.
Yeshua made that statement. Trust me. That I am united with the Father, and the Father is united with me. Yeshua must then see more of their confusion, maybe because of all their learning, like in that classroom situation with me, and not truthfully understanding the subject. Yeshua more or less jumps right over their confusion and now see, if you can't see past your old brainwashing with the next statement, but if you can't see that I and the Father are one, then trust because of the works themselves. Verse 12.
Yes, indeed, I tell you that whoever trusts in me will also do the works I do. Indeed, he will do greater ones because I am going to the Father.
Yeshua then tries to get his Talmudim, his disciples, his closest friends to understand by stating to them about Yeshua's works. Now, how many are going, whoa, George, back up. You can't get anything by works, so why did Yeshua talk about works? See, even if his Talmudim hadn't seen the true glory in him, yet although they still saw the work he had done, so he was building them, his friends up, by telling them that they, the ones who truly trust in him, will also do the works he does. You might say then he, Yeshua, makes two more what we call brilliant statements to clarify even that classroom type of confusion, the one you never wanted to ask, by stating, indeed, his true followers will do greater ones. Then he tells them why. Because I am going to the Father. Now he makes a statement that truthfully never before in our lifetime, as far as we are concerned, made any sense. Verse 13.
In fact, whatever you ask for in my name, I will do, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
In fact, whatever you ask for in my name, I will do. So that's it. No.
No, not quite.
Why does it get done? Could it be that then Adonai grants your request so that, what did she say? The Father may be glorified in the Son. See, by that writing of Yeshua's statement, we see that when you ask in the name of Yeshua, his true name, you do that so the Father may be and is glorified in whom? In his Son. We really then must study verse 16.
And I will ask the Father, and he will give you another comforting counselor like me, the Spirit of truth, to be with you forever.
Now that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That states Yeshua will ask the Father to give you another counselor, comforting counselor like him. Think about that. Yeshua states that he will ask the Father to give you another comforting counselor like him. And that counselor is a Spirit of truth. Truth. To be with you forever. Truth. Then in 17,
the world cannot receive him because it neither sees nor knows him. You know him because he is staying with you and will be united with you.
Would you read that again?
The world cannot receive him because it neither sees nor knows him. You know him because he is staying with you and will be united with you.
Who is the world? Whoever they are, they can't and don't receive him. That's more or less what she said. Why? Because you never see him or know his name. Then Yeshua lets his true followers understand you know him because he is staying with you and he will be united with each one of you. Verse 18.
I will not leave you orphans. I'm coming to you.
Yeshua tells the Talmudim, his disciples, his friends, I will not leave you orphans, so that you are or will be all alone. No, I am coming to you, my friends. 25 and 26, please.
I have told you these things while I am still with you. But the counselor, you say it. You say it.
Oh, the Ruach HaKodesh.
Thank you. Whom the Father will send in my name will teach you everything. That is, he will remind you of everything I have said to you.
See, we understand that Yeshua has taught them everything that is essential while he was with them. Now you grasp that by the writing of Yeshua's statement about the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, the last part of 26 tells us all what the Ruach HaKodesh does. He will remind them everything Yeshua has said to them. Isn't that exactly what 25 and 26 tells us?
What it says.
Now, what is Yeshua really trying to do with his truth about his future to his Talibim, his disciples, in the near future for his earthly life? We don't believe they truthfully understood. Not his friend, not his Talibim, not his followers. How could they? It's not like today. No, they were living it.
Mm-hmm. They were there.
This next part we have never realized before. His Talibim, his disciples, with all their future frustration. And what is that future frustration? Being scared, like any person would be, through their anger, hate, and the bloody mess that would be seen by them. And if you think about it, are they thinking, what will happen to us? Look what they did to our boss, our friend, our Messiah, Yeshua.
Yeah.
27.
What I am leaving you is shalom. I'm giving you my shalom. I don't give the way the world gives. Don't let yourself be upset or frightened.
Yeshua makes the statement, what I'm leaving with you is shalom. I'm giving you my shalom. Our take on that statement is, he doesn't give them just peace. No, shalom means much more than that. One of the things it means is integrity. So he gives them integrity in his peace. So you can have a peace of mind without integrity whatsoever. So, does that say you can have peace of mind without integrity whatsoever? Look around you. Is it integrity? Or just going by what the world says? But when Yeshua gives them shalom, it's peace with integrity. In reality, shalom also stands for health and wholeness. Wholeness in who? Yeshua, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, and Adonai. How much more shalom do you need than those three? If you don't have the truth, you don't know Yeshua. If you never follow the truth, then you still are being led by a spirit, but it's not the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. Not the Holy Spirit. You may believe all you want about your spirit, but it's the wolf in sheep's clothing most of the time. Your prayers are answered by someone. What must be happening for you better be that the Father may be glorifying in the Son, Yeshua. With our ending, we leave you with Yeshua's words, verse 28.
You heard me tell you, I am leaving, and I will come back to you. If you loved me, you would have been glad that I am going to the Father, because the Father is greater than I.
You heard me tell you, I am leaving, and I will come back to you. He left them, not alone. No, he left them with shalom. And in a short while, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, came on them. For them and the world. He, Yeshua, left them truth in him and the Father.
Yep.
Now that is being truthful. The truth.
A lot of stuff in John 14.
John 14 talks, I never ever thought I'd come up away with, I had 3 things down. When you analyze or read or study and you find out Philip, he said it to the disciples, his friends, his Talmud. And Philip listened until he had to ask the question. He didn't sit back like I did in school from 1st grade to 12th through 12th. He didn't sit back and think, oh, I should have got this. You know, everybody else is getting it. Why didn't I? No, Philip wanted an answer. He wanted to talk to him. He wanted to tell him. And then Yeshua explained what he was trying to get across. I've never got that out of that John 14 before. I hope you did.
Yeah.
I hope everybody here already knew all the stuff that we just talked about. And I was just one of the slower ones that didn't raise my hand. I hope you understood something. Hope you believe what Yeshua said. Is
Good one
truth.
there. Yeah.
What is being truthful? I don't think we blurted out any out there. We might have been a little
Nope. I think everything went well.
kitschy, but I hope you
Good topic,
understand.
dear.
Hope you studied 14. We went through most of 14 tonight. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week, or what we're going to talk about next week. My sweetie will be here with me. We back home.
Yeah.
We're in Florida. Hopefully it come across good.
Yep, I think so.
And God bless.
That's it.
Nope, that's it.
Have a good week, guys. Thanks for being part of our Tuesday night. If you liked it, please share it, like it, share it with all your friends, family, enemies. Amen, Brother George. That was. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Didn't know you were on. Okay.
Anyway, have an awesome week, guys.
We're done harassing our relatives and picking and honoring us to our friends. So from now on, we're going to be home just picking on each other. And George and Margaret Ann, check the things out. Everything's good. Love you guys.
See you next
See you
Tuesday,
next
guys.